The WWE Universe is in absolute shock after a jaw-dropping betrayal that has changed the entire landscape of SmackDown. In a heart-stopping moment, Tama Tonga turned his back on his own blood, Solo Sikoa and his brother Tangaloa, to align himself with the monstrous Jacob Fatu. This wasn't just a simple betrayal, it's a declaration of war that could tear the entire bloodline apart from within. The night started like any other, with Solo Sikoa marching to the ring as the self-proclaimed street champion, flanked by his loyal soldiers Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, and Jeff Cobb. The crowd expected a routine beatdown, a show of dominance from Solo's faction. But what they got instead was chaos like never before. As Solo raised his fist to signal the attack, the unthinkable happened. Tama grabbed his own brother, Tangaloa, and violently hurled him into the steel steps. Gasps echoed through the arena as the betrayal unfolded in real time. Before Solo could process what just happened, Jacob Fatu's chilling theme music blasted through the speakers. The Samoan werewolf stormed to the ring like a force of nature, stepping up beside Tama Tonga with a menacing glare. Solo stood frozen, his face a twisted mask of rage and disbelief, realizing that the family he built was crumbling right before his eyes. The bloodline civil war has officially hit DEFCON 1, and there's no turning back. Ever since Solo Sikoa ousted Roman Reigns to establish his own rule, tensions have been simmering beneath the surface. But tonight, the ticking time bomb finally detonated. Tama's shocking move proves one thing: Solo's leadership is in absolute shambles. If he can't control his own brothers, how can he control WWE? Meanwhile, Jacob Fatu has now positioned himself as the most dangerous man in the company. With Tama by his side, they are a nightmare alliance that no one can stop. And it doesn't end there. Rumors backstage suggest that Roman Reigns has been secretly pulling the strings. Sources claim the tribal chief has been communicating with Tama for weeks, orchestrating this betrayal from the shadows. If true, this isn't just a power move, it's a masterstroke. And then comes the wild card, Paul Heyman. The wise man has his hands full with his own faction alongside Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, who are already at war with Solo's bloodline. Now, with Jacob Fatu rising to dominance and Roman potentially returning, Heyman might have to pick a side, or risk getting crushed in the chaos. Just when you think it can't get any crazier, Seth Rollins' music hits. The visionary sprints down with Breaker and Bronson, but instead of attacking, Seth grabs a mic and twists the knife deeper. With a sinister smile, he mocks Solo, "You lost your family. Roman's hiding, and now the real monster is here." The tension in the arena is nuclear, but it's about to explode. Suddenly, the lights go out. When they come back on, Roman Reigns is standing on the ramp, his icy glare locked on Tama Tonga. The silence is deafening as Roman raises his fist, and Tama raises his in response. The message is crystal clear: this was Roman's plan all along. Tama was never loyal to Solo. He's been Roman's inside man for months, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Now the stage is set for a three-way war: Solo's crumbling bloodline, Roman's new rebellion, and Jacob Fatu's brutal empire. The WWE Universe is witnessing history in the making. So, whose side are you on? Solo's, Roman's, or Fatu's? One thing's for sure, the war has just begun, and nothing will ever be the same again. The WWE Universe is in total shock after one of the most ruthless and jaw-dropping betrayals in modern wrestling history, and it all went down on SmackDown in a way no one saw coming. The night began like any other, with Solo Sikoa marching down to the ring with that cold, intimidating presence we've come to know, flanked by his loyal enforcers Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, and Jeff Cobb. This was supposed to be a statement of dominance, a showcase of power from Solo's bloodline faction that has been wreaking havoc ever since he exiled Roman Reigns and crowned himself the new head of the table. The atmosphere was electric as Solo's theme hit, the crowd buzzing in anticipation of another brutal beatdown. But instead of a routine display of strength, the WWE Universe witnessed the most shocking implosion of a family in years. As Solo raised his fist to signal the attack, in the blink of an eye, everything changed. Tama Tonga grabbed his own flesh and blood, his brother Tangaloa, and viciously drove him into the unforgiving steel steps with a thunderous crash that echoed throughout the arena. The crowd collectively gasped, and you could feel the confusion and betrayal flooding the building. Before Solo could even process the carnage, the haunting, bone-chilling entrance music of Jacob Fatu erupted through the speakers, and that's when chaos truly began. The Samoan werewolf stormed down the ramp like a predator unleashed, his intensity radiating pure destruction as he slid into the ring and stood shoulder to shoulder with Tama Tonga. Solo's face told the story. A mix of rage, disbelief, and heartbreak, as the realization sank in. His bloodline was fractured, his power was slipping, and his family ties had just been shattered live on SmackDown. The Bloodline Civil War has officially hit DEFCON 1, and the WWE landscape will never be the same again. For weeks, fans speculated about cracks in the foundation after Solo's ruthless power grab, but no one expected the detonation to come from Tama himself. This wasn't just betrayal, it was a calculated strike, and it sent shockwaves through the entire locker room. With Jacob Fatu now aligned with Tama, WWE has a new power duo that may very well dominate the entire company. Fatu, already feared for his relentless aggression and savage style, becomes nearly unstoppable with Tama by his side. But here's where it gets even more sinister. Insiders backstage are buzzing with rumors that Roman Reigns, the original tribal chief, never truly left the game. Sources claim Roman has been quietly orchestrating this from the shadows, secretly communicating with Tama for weeks and pulling the strings on this shocking coup. If true, this isn't just revenge, it's a master plan months in the making, and it proves that Roman Reigns is still the most dangerous man in WWE without even stepping foot in the ring. And then there's Paul Heyman, the ultimate chess player, now caught in the middle of the most volatile war in WWE history. Heyman, who has been busy managing his own dangerous alliance with Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, now finds himself staring at an escalating bloodline civil war that could either destroy him or make him more powerful than ever. Does he side with Solo, the man who turned his back on Roman? Does he realign with the tribal chief if Roman is indeed behind this? Or does he pivot entirely and throw his weight behind Jacob Fatu, the rising Samoan monster? The stakes couldn't be higher, and the drama couldn't be thicker. Just when you think the night can't get any crazier, Seth Rollins' music hits like a lightning bolt. The visionary storms down the ramp with Breaker and Bronson in tow, and instead of chaos erupting immediately, Seth grabs a microphone and twists the knife even deeper. With a grin that could cut glass, Seth sneers at Solo, "You lost your family." Roman's hiding. And now, the real monster is here. The words hang in the air as the crowd erupts, but then the lights cut out. When they flicker back on, the roof nearly blows off the arena. Roman Reigns is back, standing on the stage, his icy stare locked directly on Tama Tonga. The silence is deafening as Roman slowly raises his fist, and in a moment that sends shivers down every spine in the arena, Tama raises his in return. The message is undeniable. This was Roman's plan all along. Tama never truly pledged allegiance to Solo, he was Roman's inside man, lying in wait for the perfect time to strike. Now, the lines are drawn in the sand. On one side, Solo Sikoa, clinging to the shattered remains of his bloodline. On another, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga, a savage alliance destined to leave bodies in their wake. And looming over them all, Roman Reigns, the master manipulator who just proved why he will forever be the tribal chief.